Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast. Me, Rangaroo, and today we are doing another 1v1 on that one and only map, a walk through the Valley of Death. So now let's introduce our two competitors. Playing in the bottom side, we have ourselves Dr. Dash for Penta Sports, and in the it's playing as the United States as well. And top side, playing as the brand new Cartel faction, also representing Penta Sports. We got ourselves the ATGM. Now, I'm pretty much going to be focusing mainly on the Cartel faction for this match, because I just want to show you what they do. So, they're building helicopter, or building vehicle, and harvester vehicle are both helicopters. And this is barracks. Now, out of the barracks, you can get 3 main infantry units. You can get these Vipers, which are like medium range anti-tank units. You can get contractors, which are standard infantry guys with submachine guns. And you can get these guys called Grinniks, which are AA dudes with Iglas. Kind of like the Stinger missile. He's going to get a few Vipers out and speed us up early on as well. And Penta getting himself a field HQ. 2 oil, 1 aluminum. Well, ZX Scanner, I keep going to call them Penta because they're both representing Penta Sports. Just go 1 oil, 1 aluminum. Both sides cap an air bank. And Doc Dash already cap an oil field in his front. ZX Cannon going for the vehicle bay, even though it does have that helipad on top. It can get a single helicopter out of here called the Ship Behind, and yes, indeed, it is quite super. And he's going to be bringing it out and getting himself some automatics. And just like in Wargame, automatics are fantastic, a great AA piece that can also deal with ground units quite easily. And you can upgrade them to shoot down missiles. And did I mention the main automatic cannon is 76mm, which is quite bloody big. Very nice piece of kit. And while we're running around, there's a little fact: the automatic is actually based off an Italian design. These big cannons are actually naval guns from an Italian naval ship. But yeah, I believe it's, I think it was Norway? Was it Norway or was it Denmark? One of the Scandinavian countries used jet and put it on top of a tank chassis. Or no, it's actually Italian made, but yeah, they brought some from the Italians. I keep thinking it's like a Scandinavian design because it's using Wargame. But anyway, he is moving up. One of his automatics did get destroyed. And he's just, what's he doing? He's going to go straight for the main base through the side. MG nest being brought out. And lots of Javelins from Dot Dash. Lots of them. This could be a infantry spam, I think. The autos do a fairly decent amount against infantry. Nothing all that great, only 1 HP a volley. Yeah, only 1 HP a volley. So, great reek against infantry, unless you have lots of them. The volley fire is quite nice. And Doc Dash going to be getting himself a second Rex. As this final auto does get destroyed. And he's going to be getting a prison module for his Rex, allowing him to store, well, prisoners inside of him. Fairly basic stuff. I'm going to speed this up once again, and both sides just continue building. We've got an extension module up here, it's pretty much like a LEM. And an army being brought out for Dot Dash. Going to be getting the NLOS guidance system, which increases the firing range of the Javelins, which is Going to be very important if this is what .das is going to be spamming. And lost meaning no line of sight. It's getting these Vipers and automatics together. Getting an awful lot of them. And if... yeah, this is definitely going to be an infantry spam. I don't think the autos are going to be the best thing against an infantry spam, because you saw they only do 1 HP per volley. So it takes like 5 volleys to knock each one down, which is quite annoying. The lone recon team holding his hill. Slightly no-clipped into it. Looks like he sort of crashed and he can't move. Looks like, anyway. The automatic's going right by. Oh, and... yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes. Gannon getting his forward refineries up. As the autos do move south. Just holding his middle flank. That's not really a flank, it's just the middle. And let's check .das. He has Javelins and lots of them. Lots and lots of Javelins. And 4 Raxes, 5 Raxes, and a logistical centre. Yeah, that's a lot of Raxes. An awful lot. Actually, that's not a Rax, it's a power plant, I apologise. It kind of looks similar from an angle. And he's getting himself a phalanx. Andrew got himself a pusher in the middle. The automatics taking down 2 refineries, or that's just that 1 refinery actually. Or was that 2? Yeah, I think that's 1 here. Oh no, I keep losing count. No, he only lost 1, I do apologise. And we got supplies being brought out from Gannon. A fairly nice unit, as they also troop carriers being mixed in with an attack helicopter. And the Javelins can't really do too much against him, but he's... yeah, he's going to be engaging him. You see those Javelins have an insane range of their NLOS system. He's going to be moving along the right hand side, try to deal with these Javelins poking at the refinery. And Gannon is going to respond in with an artillery turret. It's just like the name, it's an artillery gun that you can't move. And Gannon's trying to move through the middle, but there's so many Javelins at such a far range, it's hard to really get close to him. You have to go through a wall of MG turrets, and these MG turrets do have other defensive positions, so they're AA, AT, and anti-infantry all wrapped up in one. Bloody Great Wall of China here. But this is probably the smart thing for .das, as if really like artillery comes down or anything that can really deal lots of damage to infantry, he can just fall back behind GMG nets, and this is his buffer. And with infantry, you always need some sort of buffer. Well, Javelins, I should say. Now, see, the Javelins out long range, they just actually slow it down. They do a lot of damage. A lot of bloody damage. Not against infantry, but against tanks, that is. And it's just a constant fire rate. It just looks like a game of Missile Commander at this point. It does have the CIWS upgrade for the autos. And he has a repair centre back here as well, just for repairing the buildings. And Dot Dash does have himself an artillery gun set up. And damn, that was a pretty powerful assault from just long-range Javelin shots, yeah. We've got a second MG nest line set up. And 2 artillery guns. I mean, this isn't really looking good for Gannon. I mean, he's getting his automatics and helicopters, which is nice. But it just isn't a good infantry counter. They can easily get destroyed by the Javelins. What he does need, what would be the best counter to all of this? Just artillery. Good amount of artillery, or mortar units, should just be enough to wipe out the infantry. Especially the cartel mortar. It's Yamos, so it's like a twin-barreled 76mm cannon. Which is pretty good. Pretty damn good. But bringing up like direct fire tank units ain't gonna work. It just ain't going to work. Helicopter's doing a good job, but I believe if Dot Dash is smart, he probably has a few Stinger guys mixed in. Does he? I'm not seeing any Stingers. But the MG, oh yeah, defensive position jets. See. So yeah, it's kind of hard to move them up when you got AA nests. And Dot Dash already got himself some Deltas. And there's even more Javelins being brought up. Yeah, what Gannon just needs some artillery. Yeah, I'm quite same that the Autos don't deal its damage against infantry. Because I think this is what Gannon's thinking right now. Hey, I got an automatic artillery, automatic KA unit. It should do a good amount of damage against infantry and whatnot. But it just ain't working. But you gotta give Gannon the benefit of the doubt. Cartel's a new faction, people trying to learn him. Even I am as well. And here comes the Javelins, just, well, destroying everything in their sight. Or not in their sight, considering they got the N-Loss upgrade. Now, ZX Gannon does have the prototype vehicle bay, which is kind of like the heavy vehicle bay, giving them access to the Spectra main battle tank, which is a glass cannon. It doesn't have that much HP, but it's stealth, has a lot of damage, and he does have the optic and the 40mm cannon upgrade for it. And the 40mm cannon is nice little like top mound, you know, anti-infantry cannon, but probably won't be enough for considering there's this much infantry. And more MG nests are being brought up. As the N-Loss just pound at a long range. Oh, also does have a railgun, I really should mention it. A 140mm railgun yet. And this just is not looking good for Gannon. Javelins at long range runs almost one shot on all infantry in the building. They're going to be shooting the bank now. And you see, it's just the Javelin might as well just be what's it called? Artillery units at this point. So we got one final piss up from Gannon. All his armed forces getting right to the thick of it, but they're getting shot at from every single bloody angle. This is not looking good for them. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, staying alive quite a bit. Yoto's definitely helping with that CIWS upgrade. And oh, I think that's just one good artillery hit, yeah, from the Unloss. And there goes the 8th cannon, being a GG, and quite a good match indeed. Doctor definitely getting the economy up. That is almost, yeah, it's pretty much double what the 8th cannon got. But yeah, just infantry spam, it works quite well on that map with the Javelins. Gannon sort of just got some artillery units, easily could have shot that down early on, got some AMOS or some better anti-infantry stuff. But yeah, Javelin's a very, very, very scary unit. 300 points, you got a super long range anti-tank unit, yeah, does pretty much comparable damage as like a Striker ATGM would. But yeah, a good match once again, and well, that's all I have time for. This has been another Rangaroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.